Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of our national anthem and remain standing for the invocation delivered by Chaplain David Thompson.
Please join me in prayer. Almighty God, sustainer of all mankind, we welcome you in this place. Today, God, we pause to honor these 4 soldiers who have given many years in unmatched service to our nation. We thank you for keeping them through multiple overseas combat tours, long days and nights of training, demanding missions, and seasons of separation from family and those whom they love. We give you thanks for every sacrifice made, every challenge overcome, and every mission accomplished. We honor also their families, whose patience, prayers, strength have been inseparable part of this journey. And now, Lord, as one chapter closes, a new chapter is now beginning. A new page awaits. We ask that you go before them. Open doors that no one can close. Grant them renewed purpose, enduring peace, and opportunities greater than they imagine. Bless these soldiers. Bless their families. Bless this ceremony and all who continue to serve this great nation. We offer now, O God, this prayer in your holy and matchless name. Amen.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and distinguished guests. On behalf of Major General Jason Curl, Commander of the Joint Readiness Training Center in Fort Polk, and Command Sergeant Major Nicholas Ford, our senior enlisted leader of the installation, it is my honor to welcome you to the Fort Polk August Retirement Ceremony. Today, we honor and bid farewell to these exceptional soldiers who are retiring after years of dedicated and faithful service to the United States of America. We also recognize their families, whose unwavering support and selfless commitment have been integral to their success and who deserve our deepest appreciation. As a token of gratitude, each spouse will receive a flower, a certificate of appreciation from the Chief of Staff of the Army, and a letter of appreciation from Major General Curl. Guests accompanying our retirees will also receive a lapel pin. The Joint Readiness Training Center in Fort Polk are honored to host today's ceremony. Representing the leadership team of 32nd Hospital Center is Colonel Lana Barnett and Command Sergeant Major Carmen Ross, and will serve as our guest speakers and presenter of awards. Ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to turn your attention to the screen and join us in celebrating the remarkable careers and lasting contributions of our retirees with this tribute video. Ladies and gentlemen, Colonel Burnett.
Good morning, Major General and Mrs. Curl, Command Sergeant Major Ford, Mayor Keith Lewing and Mr. Logan Morris, friends of the Forge, fellow leaders and command teams, retirees, family members, and friends. Today we recognize 4 soldiers who have given a combined 81 years of service to our Army and our nation. Major Love Hartman, Master Sergeant Binta Norman, Sergeant First Class Alex Diaz, and Sergeant First Class Michael Nelson. Today is about you. 2 decades ago, each of you raised your right hand and made a commitment that would shape not only your careers, but your lives. You went where the Army sent you, you trained, you led, you deployed, you missed birthdays, holidays, and countless ordinary days at home. You made lifelong friends. And somewhere along the way, you stopped being the young soldier who needed help to show you the way, and you became the leader others looked to for guidance. What struck me as I learned a little more about each of you was not simply where you served or what positions you held, it was the people you affected along the way. And I'm going to try to share with all of you some of the personal contributions that these soldiers provided. Sergeant First Class Nelson, you helped soldiers prepare for Ranger School and had the satisfaction of watching them earn their tabs and move forward in their careers. Sergeant First Class Diaz, you described one of your favorite parts of serving as coaching younger soldiers, teaching them, watching them grow, and eventually seeing them become leaders themselves. Master Sergeant Norman, as a drill sergeant, you had the opportunity to watch civilians arrive and become soldiers. And Major Hartman, among the many soldiers that you mentored, you helped a soldier pursue officer candidate school and even managed to provide some marriage counseling along the way. And I understand it worked because they're still married. Different careers, experiences, and contributions, but there's a common thread. You all leave people better than you found them. We talk a lot about service in terms of years, assignments, deployments, awards, and accomplishments. These things matter, but ultimately our legacy is carried forward by the people that we had an impact on. The soldiers we trained, the leaders we developed, the families who supported us, and the friendships we made along the way. And now, after more than 2 decades, each of you is preparing to step away from the formation. Retirement isn't the end of your story. It's simply the point where you get to make more decisions and have more control over what the next chapter looks like. And judging from your plans, some of you already have that figured out. Major Hartman is heading home to California to help for her parents and plans to spend some well-earned time painting, sketching, and crocheting. Sergeant First Class Diaz is heading to Texas and plans to continue serving the Army community as a logistician. Sergeant First Class Nelson is staying right here in the area and moving into defense contracting. Master Sergeant Norman plans to spoil his grandkids, get on his kids' nerves, and go fishing every chance he gets. Whatever comes next, I hope you understand something important. You may be retiring from the Army, but you're not retiring from a life of service. The uniform comes off, the alarm clock gets a little quieter, and nobody gets to call you at 5 in the morning to tell you something's lost that absolutely should have never been lost. But the leadership, discipline, resilience, and sense of purpose you had all of these years, they don't just disappear when you receive your retirement orders. You carry them with you. Sergeant First Class Diaz said one of the lessons the Army taught him was to always be ready for things to change. Sometimes the plan doesn't work, and you have to remain calm and find another way to accomplish the mission. I can't think of a better description of retirement. The plan is changing, your mission isn't over. Your mission now may be caring for aging parents, mentoring someone in your next career, reconnecting with family members who sacrificed alongside you, or it may be volunteering in your communities. It may occasionally be sitting beside the water with a fishing pool with absolutely no requirement on your mind. Whatever it looks like, you've earned the opportunity to discover it. In a few moments, we'll recognize each of you individually for your service, but before I do, I want to recognize the people sitting beside you and behind you today. To the family and friends of our retirees, thank you. You served too. You endured the deployments, the missed holidays, the late nights, the moves, the change of plans, including change of plans and moves sometimes, and all the uncertainty that comes with loving someone who serves. Today belongs to you as well. And to our retirees, I will leave you with this. For more than 20 years, you've lived the words of the soldier's creed, I am the American soldier. Tomorrow you will wake up without a formation to report to, a uniform to put on, or an Army mission waiting for you. But those words are still part of who you are. You are stepping away from the formation. You are not stepping away from service. Take everything the Army has taught you, every lesson, every friendship, every success, and every difficult day, and carry it into whatever comes next. Continue to lead, mentor, and serve. And most importantly, take the time to enjoy the life that more than 2 decades of service has given you the ability to do. On behalf of the Joint Readiness Training Center and Fort Polk community, thank you for our service, for your service to our Army. Thank you for your service to our nation. And thank you to the families who made that service possible. Congratulations, retirees. Now let's get you retired.
Now taking their positions to present our retiring soldiers and families with awards and tokens of appreciation for their years of faithful service. And our August retirees are Major Love Hartman, Major Love Hartman concludes her distinguished 20-year military career with a legacy of excellence in service to the United States Army, a superb officer. Her bold leadership and innovative approaches significantly contributed to mission success. Major Love Hartman, Operations Group, Joint Readiness Training Center, is hereby awarded the Meritorious Service Medal in recognition of her exceptional service as an Operations Group S4. She is also presented with Certificate of Appreciation signed by the Secretary of the Army, the Chief of Staff of the Army, and the Sergeant Major of the Army, a Certificate of Retirement signed by the Chief of Staff of the Army, and a retiree lapel pin in honor of her dedicated service. Major Hartman is accompanied today by the McGregor family, David and Jamie, close friends from Ohio, along with their children Isabel and James. After retirement, Major Hartman plans to move back to California to take care of her mom and dad. She will be continuing her artist endeavors of painting, sketching, and crocheting. Major Hartman is now being presented with her United States retirement flag by Mrs. Jamie McGregor. Our nation proudly honors Major Love Hartman and family, United States Army, retired. Master Sergeant Binta Norman. Master Sergeant Binta Norman concludes his distinguished 21-year military career with a legacy of excellence in service to the United States Army, As a superb non-commissioned officer, his bold leadership and innovative approaches significantly contributed to mission success. Master Sergeant Binta Norman, 1st Battalion, 5th Aviation Regiment, Joint Readiness Training Center, is hereby awarded the Meritorious Service Medal in recognition of his outstanding service as an Installation Sexual Assault Referral Center member. He is also being presented with a Certificate of Appreciation signed by the Secretary of the Army, the Chief of Staff of the Army, and the Sergeant Major of the Army. A Certificate of Retirement signed by the Chief of Staff of the Army, and a retiree lapel pin in honor of his dedicated service. He is joined by his son, Binta Norman Jr., and wife, Janet, his daughters, Tiara, Talia, Scarlett, and Mackenzie, as well as his grandsons, Diego and Isaiah. After retirement, Master Sergeant Norman said he'll be spoiling his grandkids, getting on his kids' nerves, and casting a line every chance he gets. Master Sergeant Norman is now being presented with his United States retirement flag by his uncle, Sergeant First Class Willie Norman, retired, Vietnam veteran. Our nation proudly honors Master Sergeant Binta Norman and family, United States Army, retired. Sergeant First Class Alex Diaz. Sergeant First Class Alex Diaz concluded his distinguished 20-year military career with a legacy of excellence in service to the United States Army. As a superb non-commissioned officer, his bold leadership and innovative approach significantly contributed to mission success. Sergeant First Class Alex Diaz, Operations Group, Joint Readiness Training Center, is hereby awarded the Meritorious Service Medal in recognition of his outstanding service as an ammunition specialist. He is also being presented with a Certificate of Appreciation signed by the Secretary of the Army, the Chief of Staff of the Army, and the Sergeant Major of the Army. A Certificate of Retirement signed by the Chief of Staff of the Army, and a retiree lapel pin in honor of his dedicated service. His wife, Miss Cynthia Miranda, is being presented with a Certificate of Appreciation from the Chief of Staff of the Army, and a letter of appreciation from Major General Curl, and a flower in recognition of her support and contributions. He is also joined by his son, John. Upon retirement, Sergeant First Class Diaz shares that he will be moving to Harker Heights, Texas, and planning to work as a logistician at Fort Hood, Texas. Sergeant First Class Diaz is now being presented with his United States retirement flag by Command Sergeant Major W.B. Fancher. Our nation proudly honors Sergeant First Class Alex Diaz and family, United States Army, retired. Sergeant First Class Michael Nelson. Sergeant First Class Michael Nelson concludes his distinguished 20-year military career with a legacy of excellence and service to the United States Army. As a superb non-commissioned officer, his bold leadership and innovative strategies significantly contributed to mission success. Sergeant First Class Michael Nelson, Operations Group, Joint Readiness Training Center, is hereby awarded the Meritorious Service Medal in recognition of his exemplary service, culminating his role as an infantryman. He is also being presented with a certificate of appreciation signed by the Secretary of the Army, the Chief of Staff of the Army, and the Sergeant Major of the Army, a certificate of retirement signed by the Chief of Staff of the Army, and a retiree lapel pin honoring his dedicated service and commitment. Following his retirement, Sergeant First Class Nelson will be staying here locally and starting a new chapter, working in defense contracting, where he can keep contributing to the Army's team. Sergeant First Class Nelson is now being presented with his United States retirement flag by Command Sergeant Major Adam McMurray. Our nation proudly honors Sergeant First Class Michael Nelson and his family, United States Army, retired. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and honor our retirees with another round of applause. And please remain standing for the playing of the retirement medley and the Army song. The lyrics are printed in your program. Ladies and gentlemen, please join Major General Curl and the command teams in extending your best wishes to our retirees and their families. Refreshments will be available in Ballroom 3. Please join our honorees there and enjoy the rest of your day. Polk first.